Nicole is a junior at Chaparral, and she's involved in NHS, Link Crew, Campus Life, tennis team, and she helps out with the unified sports teams too. Nicole attends Crossroads Community Church, and she has a pet hedgehog named Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Stewart.
At the age of 8, I experienced my first battlefield. I just didn't know it yet. My family traveled to a country where a majority of the people cook their food over fire in their front yard, where children have to walk miles to bring water back for their families, where many live in shacks. This land is Uganda, Africa, a place where my heart will forever remain. I realize now the true impact Africa has had on my life. I will forever remember those little bare feet walking along the rocky dirt roads, the malnourished but happy orphan children, the sobbing babies I held while their mothers cooked food for me. They are loved by God. They matter just as much as me. Through God's hand, my family has been able to start a ministry to support many African people. We lead mission trips to build schools and orphanages while taking hundreds of pounds of donations. Through our child sponsorship program, we help children in crisis. Our nonprofit organization enables ordinary people to make an extraordinary impact on the lives of people in Africa. That's why we call it True Impact Ministries. Our African brothers and sisters face a battle for survival on a continual basis. And on a smaller scale, I've faced battles of my own. The name Nicole originated in Greece, and it means victory. I think of a battlefield, a glorious win, when I think of victory. I view victory spiritually. Our lives are battlefields. Each and every day, we are being bombarded by the enemy. He wants to rip us to pieces. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." 6th grade. A battlefield of its own, full of gossip, boys, and a whole lot of drama. Though I had to deal with something many 6th graders don't normally have to deal with. I experienced chronic pain in my legs. At this point in my life, the pain was an uncomfortable numbness in my muscles. It was the beginning of a big problem. 7th grade. A bigger battlefield. This strange, mysterious pain in my legs began to get worse. It started feeling more like jolts of electricity, quickly moving through my legs. I told my mom, and we grew worried. 8th grade. The pain spread from my legs, up my back, and into my shoulders. Now, it felt more like lightning. I started going to see doctors because the pain began to hinder me from concentrating in school. I had trouble sitting down for long periods of time, so that made school miserable. The doctors simply could not comprehend why I was dealing with this pain. I was healthy and energetic. Why was I having so much trouble? Freshman year. A very big deal. Not only was I scared half to death that I was going from 13 kids in my small class at Southeast Christian to 2,000 students at Chaparral, but I was terrified of the pain that was waiting for me. I was not ready to embark on this adventure. 7 hours of unexplainable, persistent pain. I became well acquainted with doctors that year. Orthopedists, neurosurgeons, physical therapists, personal trainers, x-ray machines, MRI machines, and the list goes on and on. The doctors threw out random diagnoses and medications. I was stuck in between two worlds. School versus hospitals. Home versus therapists. The attitude I had to portray versus the attitude I truly wanted to show. The physical pain led to emotional pain. I woke up in the morning thinking life wasn't worth living. I was loved, smart, had all my limbs, and could move, but I was in pain. I wanted to die and go to heaven. I begged God each day to take me home. Heaven. A place where there's no tears, no sorrow, no pain. My sophomore year was a bit better. I finally received the right diagnosis. I have a condition called myofascial pain syndrome. This means that my muscles and fascia, which is connective tissue that covers my muscles, are severely fibrotic and tight. This causes knotting of muscles and pinches nerves. It can basically be called muscle pain. I have, through the grace of God and His healing hand, improved over the course of last year. With exercising, stretching, and God, I am almost pain-free today. This miraculous healing has also given me emotional healing as well. God has been good to me. Junior year. Just when I thought the coast was clear,